All right, hey everybody, we got Evan Slusher here today, and he works with nonprofits on social media strategies. He blogs at evanslusher.com, and he's had a lot of experience with how social media can really affect change in the world, and is changing people's lives and changing our ability for mass audience to give. And so, Evan, how do you feel that social media is affecting the way that people give?
Social media is just connecting everybody in such a new and different way that it's been a challenge to actually figure out what it's doing and where it's going. But it's really the new way grassroots fundraising in the sense that it's just so many people developing their own groups and their own causes, what they want to do and what they want to see change in the world. And it's giving them the tools and the ability to go out and actually find other people who are thinking the same thing as them, who they would have never contacted in the first place. So social media as a whole is just empowering people to actually make the social change that they want to see done and to find like-minded people who could help them out and do it with them.
I mean, I think like on a small scale, you've hit it right on the head. Is that it's not this like internet tool. It's if you think of it in local terms, if my friends are doing it, a lot of people do what their friends do, right? And now you can see what everyone's
Mm-hmm.
doing in the world. It's like, now you can jump on board with anyone that you believe in rather than someone telling you what to do on like a micro scale. One of the things I always try to focus on is people give a lot of money, but people have given a lot of money for a long time. And where
Mm-hmm.
if you look at like communities in Africa or you look at genocide happening in other countries, it doesn't seem like sometimes the money is actually going to make the change rather just to help a temporary problem. Like, how do you see social media actually, impacting real change?
Well, I think that the biggest point to make here is that we're at a crossroads in society where the world is much smaller than it used to be, and the transfer of information is so instantaneous that we actually have it at our fingertips now. Where 10 years ago it was still kind of a struggle, and it wasn't such a common tool in everybody's household. So we're at the point where, as a giver, we're becoming smarter and realizing that throwing money at a problem isn't necessarily going to fix it, and there's a bigger picture to look at. So the idea that we're eliminating hunger is such a weird thing to me. We're giving food, but we're gonna have to give more food because there's no community development. And I think as givers, people are realizing that community development is really the biggest thing. And with these online communities are forming, they're such large numbers and so easy that political pressure can be applied. Um, Genocide and everything. I mean, that's the only way that can be stopped. Stuff like World War IV, they've been going on for years. Now we can actually create communities that can actually put political pressure on governments to make that kind of change. And things like the Haiti crisis was a great example because, yes, we instantaneously collected millions and millions of dollars for relief with the mobile giving campaigns. But now we can actually have more contact with the Haitians and their government to see what they need. And for example, debt forgiveness is one of the biggest needs for Haiti right now. We need to apply pressure to our government to say, okay, you know, forgive and forget. We can actually build a big player in the world market in Haiti if we can just restructure it and start from the beginning. And with these online groups and these social media groups that are out there, people can collect and actually put pressure on their politicians to create this type of change. And I think that's the biggest power of social media is just the groups they're developing right now are bigger and more accessible than they've ever been and smarter. And we can tackle larger world scale problems rather than just throwing money at it.
I totally agree, man. I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this interview. And, I believe that it can change the way we live, change the way we give, and it can change the world. I really believe that. And
We're at a point where all that can happen. It's just going to take a few people and groups to step out and take the lead on this and say that this can happen. We just actually have to rally together and make it happen. So hopefully within the next few years, we're going to start to see some big things happen.
Cool. Hey, Evan, thank you very much. Everyone, check out his site, Slusher.com, and feel free to say hi to either of us below.
Thank you, Shane. I appreciate it.